Our theme of discussion today is Kenya's food insecurity, what options for long-term solutions. I'm sure this is a subject that touches each and every one of us in this room and in this country, because we all want a food secure country. We all want to be able to live a healthy life, and we all want to ensure that our brothers and sisters in other parts of this country don't die because of lack of food, and we support in whichever way we can. So we are happy to host a number of leading experts and personalities in this country relevant to the subject of discussion today. So allow me to introduce our guests who are seated at the front. Starting from extreme left, Mr. Robert Shaw, who is one of our panelists, is a public policy and economic analyst. And for those of you who read the Nation newspaper, I think the day before yesterday, he did a very, very good article in regard to the same subject we are talking about today. And I'm sure some of the issues that he raised there, he'll be able to share them with us here so that we can be able to also learn more. Next is Dr. Abbas Gullet. I'm sure he needs no introduction. He's a face that we've all come to associate with Kenya Red Cross. And he definitely has a wealth of experience and knowledge to share with us in regard to the subject of discussion today. Next, Dr. Gullet is our very own chairman, Mr. Richard Nyaga, the chairman of KARA, who has also graced this occasion. And Nyaga is also a member of Laurentian North Resident Associations, and he's been a chair there for some time, but now he stepped down for other people and is now chairing KARA. Before he came to KARA, he was the CEO of Kenya Airways, and after retiring, he decided now to give service to the community through KARA, and we appreciate him very much. Next is Mr. Richard Ayabe, Managing Director, Agricultural Development Corporation, and I'm sure he's going to tell us quite a bit of his perspective on what we are discussing today. Next is the lady who, without the support of their organization, we could not be here today, because we partner with them in these forums, and they've been supporting us for several years. As you can see, this is the 54th session we are having. So it means before today, we've had 53 sessions like these ones, and with quite a lot of success in that regard. So Pauline is from Hansidel Foundation, and representing the resident rep, Uta, who was not able to be here with us, but I'm sure she will ably represent the organization. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of panelists that we have today. And my only challenge to you is that let's engage them. They have a lot of knowledge, they have a lot of experience in the topic of discussion today. And I'm sure that through engaging them and interacting with them, we should be able to learn quite a bit. So without taking much time, let me go straight to the flow of the program and invite our chairman, Mr. Richard Nyaga, to welcome you to this meeting and also make a few opening remarks.
So this time, we hope we can discuss with our experts this issue of food insecurity, food security, of malnutrition, of hunger, whatever, and see whether we, within the KARA fraternity, we can help, make some practical suggestions as what we can do moving forward. Our speakers, as I said, are experts. They will be helping us. But I want to ask you, to appeal to you all, to participate. Ask questions. Let's see whether by the end of the forum, we can have solutions we can offer to those in authority. We had invited the Minister of Agriculture to be here because it's very important for them, but we were not able to make it, which is actually very sad. But we hope that they will be able to hear what we have recommended. As you know, of course, we are facing, besides the drought, the hunger, we are facing other challenges, and particularly in terms of cost escalation, the cost of living for many people. So we have a long way to go, but we need to know, where did we go wrong? The other challenge I throw maybe to our speakers is that, of course, there are many countries which experience the type of weather conditions we have in our country, even worse. One of them is China. 1.5 billion people. Most of China is desert. The other country is India, which also, most of it is desert. Those countries used to experience hunger at one time, drought. They still have drought, but they have managed to overcome these problems, and maybe it's very, very important for us. Now the world is so small. You can travel to all these places very easily. It's very good for us to be able to learn how all these people have actually managed to overcome these challenges, and why we are not able to do it ourselves. Because we have to learn from other people's experience. So I would like to appeal to everybody. Today, we try to have a very, very professional, deep discussion on what we can do for our country to move forward and to eliminate all these natural disasters. Finally, for quite a long time, since the devolution, 2013, we have been working very hard with the county governments, starting with the Nairobi County, to have registration which recognizes your residents' associations and the CARA, and commits to work with them in order to deliver services to the residents. I'm very happy to say that, in the county of Nairobi, which is the main county, with maybe the biggest population, I would say maybe more than 20% of Kenya population lives in the city, that we now have that registration in place in Nairobi, which provides for working relationship between this resident association, CARA, and Nairobi County. And we also have a memorandum of understanding with the county government, which was signed a few months, 2 months ago, on how we can work together. Please make sure you deliberate on this in your own associations where you live, and see how you can take advantage of these instruments. This is the first time we have these things. We are spreading it countrywide. We now have managed also to have registration with the county government of Kiambu. So we are moving, particularly in the most populous counties, where with major metropolis, we want to make sure that those counties recognize the challenges facing their residents, and the will to provide service to the people economically. So I would appeal to you again, as you go back to your place of residence, make sure that you talk with your association, see how you can make use of these things. It's very, very important, because we have some understanding that as we move forward, we will be able to discuss with the governments of the counties how they can outsource certain services to the residents' associations to provide services at their local level, not for free, because we pay for all these services now, but the money paid is not economically spent. We don't see any service. So we will be able now to work as an agent of the county authority to provide those services for a fee, and I am quite sure if we effectively implement this, you will not be required to pay for the service you provide in your local area, because the county authority has enough money to do that, but they don't do it because money is wasted. So this is very important moving forward. It takes time, but we are almost there. So that's one thing I wanted to let you know. Finally, I think I want to let you know that we are very happy at CARA to be working for you. We had our annual general meeting on the 31st, I think, of March this year. Quite a number of the CARA governing council members were retiring and they were re-elected, and they have committed to make sure that during their 3-year term, when they are going to be there, they are going to be working for you. I can tell you they are not paid, but they are committed. Most of them are some retired people, very expert in their own disciplines, in the various areas. There are quite a number of, CARA actually is one of the organizations which has managed to meet all the constitutional requirements, because we have young people there, in the governing council, we have women, we have gender, we have people from other races. So we meet most of these requirements, and I think in the coming years, we will be able to serve you very effectively and very efficiently.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for those very good opening remarks. He has touched on a number of areas pertinent to the discussion, and of course, he has indicated that the issue of drought, particularly in Kenya, is not new. We have it periodically, almost every time. So maybe we are doing the same thing and expecting different results. Perhaps it is time to start talking about innovation. Perhaps it is time to start interrogating what is it that we're not doing right. You can hear that people who at one time were at the same level with us are now miles ahead. And there are countries that are literally desert, so to speak. But you don't hear them talking about drought, talking about famine. They are actually food secure. So as Kenya, we perhaps need to have a very sober discussion and agree that we might not be getting it right, and there's a way we need to do things so that we can be able to fix the problem. Let me now request our partners, Hans Sidel Foundation, through Ms. Pauline Lemaron, to just come and make some brief remarks, and then we can move to the next session. Pauline.
Mr. Richard Ayobe, Mr. Richard Nyaga, Dr. Abbas Gulet, Mr. Robert Shaw, Mr. Henry Ochieng, and all our guests, good morning. As Mr. Richard Nyaga already said, my name is Pauline Lemaron, and I'm Program Assistant at the Hans Sidel Foundation. I'm here on behalf of our resident representative. Her name is Ms. Uta Stashevsky. I know it's a hard name. She could not make it to today's meeting due to other engagements, but she has sent her warm greetings and best wishes and best regards for this meeting. I trust that you have all received them. Thank you. So it is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming to participate in today's bi-monthly talk series on Kenya's food insecurity, what options for long-term solutions, hosted by CARA. That many of you made it here indicates the common interest you share in learning about or contributing to today's pertinent topic. I commend CARA for organizing this forum to once again provide a platform for engagement on this very, very important topic on food insecurity in Kenya. I'm not going to go into details about food insecurity in Kenya because we have our experts here who are going to go into details about it. So I'll just give you a few remarks about our organization. As we mentioned, it's called Hans Sidel Foundation. It's a German political foundation, and we have our headquarters in Munich, Germany. We actually engage or work. We implement our work in Kenya through local partners in the areas of civic engagement, rule of law and good governance, political dialogues, peace and human security, strengthening devolution, and also climate change adaptation. Hans Sidel Foundation has partnered with CARA, which is our long-standing partner for many years in organizing the bi-monthly talk series on issues of public interest that provide you, the citizens, of course, an opportunity to engage with a variety of stakeholders in government, academia, media, development partners, as well as the private sector and also the civil society. I wish you all fruitful deliberations in today's topic. I trust that you will learn more through having your questions answered, as well as through interaction with our experts and our panelists here. Thank you very much for coming here, and I wish you fruitful deliberations. Thank you.